NANI?!
What's up, guys? Wow, I know, I'm back! Just, wow! Did I have tuberculosis and type 3 cancer? Wow, not anymore. Just gone. Jesus powers, okay? I died, remember, but I'm back. Because Jesus, why not? Yes. Now, welcome to our next video. Next list of the year. Games of the year. Because I am a gamer first. I like movies, and I like talking about politics, and I like talking about YouTube and other stuff. But, most of all, I'm a fucking gamer. So let's get right into this fucking list, guys. Now let's get into the gaming spirit of things and play some fucking games! Because I'm a gamer. So, yes, we're gonna be doing the top 10. Well, no, not really. It's gonna be the top 10 games of the year, but I also want to do a few games that I did not like this year. And they're gonna be just 5 of them. And I was thinking about just starting off with the top 10 worst games that I just don't like. And yes, let's just get right into them. The first one on the worst games, it's not a bad game, I don't dislike it. It's We Happy Few. I was really hyped for this game. I was actually really hyped. I thought the idea was really good and I was really excited to play it. I actually pre-ordered it and all. But then the game came out and wow, I was fucking disappointed. It's not a bad game. It's an okay game, but it's just fails in its execution. It could have been so much better if this game was really linear and just focused on story. But instead they wanted to be open world. They wanted to be like a big AAA game, and the studio just couldn't handle it. The world is really big and stuff, but there's just nothing to do in the world. The world feels empty, and all you do really is just, like in the days, you just walk. You can't run. If you run, people will just spot you and be like, oh my god, you're a downer. It was so fucking obnoxious. It was so annoying. Like, there's this mission and I'm like far away, I'm like, oh god, I don't wanna walk. But you have to walk. If you run or jump or do something, they will just all turn on you. And I found it really annoying. And every single mission in this game is a fucking fetch quest. Holy shit, the mission in this game suck. I thought the story was really good and I was into the story. But the missions are fucking garbage. Like holy shit, game with this good concept and a cool designed world. Like you would think these creators would come up with better missions, but no, they just don't. Good lord. It's not a bad game, it's just so mediocre at best. I'm gonna give We Happy Few a 5 out of 10.
We live in a world of assassins. And the best of them all is Agent 47.
The next one on our list is Hitman 2. A lot of people love this game, I know that. This game is getting a lot of praise, but I did not like this game. I really hope I'm not alone in that, not liking this game, but Jesus Christ, I did not like this game. I found the graphics to just look really bad and just really bland. Honestly, it did not look anything different from the game that came out in 2015. And the whole engine and just everything just looked the same. It didn't feel like anything had been changed or anything had been updated. And they really disappointed me. The only thing that one thing that did excite me about this game was they were going to give every single map out in day one, because Hitman 1 was like episodic. It gave out like one map every month. It gave the game kind of like a 10-month lifespan, but yeah, this game is not going to last very long. People play the maps like maybe 2 or 3 times and then it's just done. And professional Hitman players will just finish the game instantly and this game will just die out. But what bothered me about this game is the fucking AI is so broken. Like, there was this fucking part where I was trying to like do this assassination attempt. I was gonna drop this statue on one of the targets, but I had to get a guard's uniform to even approach the statue. So I get the guard uniform and they go and, you know, the AI goes into alert. So I hide. But the AI fucking breaks or something, because like 10 fucking enemies just start running around in circles, hitting walls and hitting each other. And I thought, okay, they're just looking for me. But then I stood up and walked away from them. They didn't even notice me. They didn't even fucking, they just fucking ignored me. And so I just went on my way and kept trying to complete this whole assassination setup. And I like left the area for like 20 minutes and then came back to it, and they were still there, so running around in a circle. The AI just fucking was broken. And then when it finally came to a point to do the whole assassination attempt, the target never showed up because the AI was like trapped in alert mode. I spent like 40 minutes trying to put this whole thing together, and it all just went down to the toilet because the AI just broke. And some of the time the AI was like insanely smart for some reason. Like, there was this AI who spotted me when I was like down in an elevator shack. What the fuck are you looking down an elevator shack? It's not a bad game, it's just really disappointing me. What really fucking annoyed me about this game is it's marketed as Hitman 2. I don't think it's Hitman 2, because when I turned the game on, it looked exactly the same as Hitman 1. The menu and everything. And wouldn't you know it, all the fucking missions in the first game are there. You can download them and get them into the game. So really, it's not a Hitman 2, it's just Hitman the extension pack. It's not a sequel, it's an extension pack. And the fucking cutscenes, there are no fucking cutscenes in this game, or not a traditional cutscene. They're just these slideshows. It annoyed the fucking hell out of me. There was no cutscene in this, just slideshows of pictures and voiceovers. It was so lazy, holy fuck. But it's not a bad game. I'm sure a lot of people, clearly a lot of people got a kick out of it, but I did not. It gets a 5 out of 10 from me. He is heaven, Todd Howard, giving us lies and glitchy games. Bethesda, running that engine, the same one from all the way in 2004. Todd Howard, take me to a game that is broken, ugly graphics, boring gameplay. Take my money, Todd Howard. I hear his voice calling lies into my ears, telling me that they will fix all the bugs, but that ain't happening because they are Bethesda. Todd Howard, take me to a game that is broken. $60, why the hell not? Take it all, Todd Howard. Todd Howard, broken game. Should have got Red Dead 2, but now I can't. He took it all. Todd Howard, damn you to hell. Took it all. Todd Howard, took it all. Todd Howard. FIFA 19. You probably remember my rant on FIFA in my E3 video. I have not played this game, but my brother does. He is actually a big football fan and all that. I'm not a fan of football, but he plays the FIFA games and all that, and he bought it. I haven't played the game myself, but I've seen him play it, and I just fucking hate these games. Like, I generally ask my brother always when I see him. Okay, not really, but like in my mind, I ask myself always, why? Why does he play these games? What does he see in these games? I honestly don't get it. I despise the fucking FIFA games. I despise any sport game in general. But FIFA, like, it's always just the same fucking game with just a tiny bit of little bit of update in graphics. And not even that, because FIFA 19, when I look at it, I see no fucking difference from that and just FIFA 17. Nothing. The menu, it looks the same. The fucking graphics, it just looks the same. Just tiny little bit more detail. These games are generally the most laziest thing I've ever seen. One game comes out every year. Every single year there's a game. And they just always look fucking lazy. They look rushed out. They generally just look like they just took the previous FIFA game and just updated the graphics. That's it. Nothing else. I'm wondering how they get these games always out every single year. Probably they don't make. I'm telling you, they do not make a new game. They just don't start from scratch and just start all over. They just take the previous game and use the files from that and just update the graphics. That's it. These games are so fucking lazy, and the microtransaction. FIFA is the reason gaming is dying right now. They are the reason everyone is injecting microtransaction and loot boxes. This game is cancer on the gaming community, and it gets a 2 out of 10. Fuck FIFA. Square Enix. Generally, you could have invited me to some dinner, given me a nice steak and wine, and then fucked me. But now, you just decided to fuck me straight away and give me nothing in return. The Quiet Man. This game is a joke. Like, I do not know what the fuck is going on. Like, the idea of the game is not bad. I'm not saying that. The idea of the game is actually kind of cool. Like, a game from a deaf person's perspective. That is not a bad idea. Making a game meant for deaf people. Because it's been proven that deaf people do hear certain things. They do hear vibrations. Like, they do hear some vibration. Like when we talk, they hear the vibrations of our voices. They don't know what we're saying, but they hear it. And sometimes it's said that deaf people can be really sensitive to the sounds, and sometimes they can feel what people are saying. It's really interesting. And this game could have been that. This game could have been kind of like a game for people who are deaf. But good God, was it fucked in the head. I had no idea this game was gonna be a thing. I just saw an ad on YouTube for it, and I thought it looked amazing. I was like, holy shit, the graphics in these cutscenes look amazing. And I did not expect anything else. It's a Square Enix game. Why should it not look amazing? Have you seen Final Fantasy? It looks fucking breathtaking. So why should this game not look amazing? But then I found out that wasn't the fucking engine or the graphics that I was looking at. No, because all the cutscenes in this game are live action. That's why the game looked so amazing and real. Because it is real. The cutscenes are real. Like, okay, that can work. Like the whole thing is shot like a movie in a way, and then you have gaming section where you play the game. But holy fuck, this game is like around, I think it's around 4 to 5 hours. It's not really long, but the game itself, alright, the cutscenes are around 4 hours long, and the gameplay, the time you play, when you are in control, like an hour. And all you do is punch people in this game. That's the only fucking thing you do in this game. You just punch people. The cutscenes go on forever. And here's the fucking punch. Like I said, this game is told from a deaf person's perspective. The main character is deaf. So the whole game is silence. And all you hear is just these vibration sounds. And like I said, that could have been a good idea for people who are deaf. But here's the thing. People who are not deaf want to play this game as well. So how about putting fucking subtitles? Or putting the option of having this game told from a deaf person's perspective. You can just put in the settings. Like, are you deaf? No, alright, this game will have sound then. Or, are you deaf? Or, are you not, you're not deaf, but do you want this to be silent game with subtitles? Yes, just give us the option. But no. It's fucking amazing because the beginning has subtitle, and it's like the only part that has fucking subtitle. Which is ironic because the beginning is the only part where you actually hear the people talk. But soon as that thing, when you go into the whole deaf mode, subtitles just disappear. So you're stuck watching practically a 4-hour movie with no fucking sound. But that's not a bad idea. Like I said, if this game is trying to tell a story through visual, too bad the director just can't do it. If this was directed by fucking Stanley Kubrick, it would have been amazing probably. He's a genius. Stanley Kubrick was fucking the best like visual storyteller of all time. Like he made some of the best, he has made the fucking best movies of all time. And all of them have so much story just in the background and then how the characters just feel and act. Too bad he can't be Stanley Kubrick. This game is just a disaster. Like, it's not a bad idea, but the way it's executed, it's so fucking shit. But probably the thing that just cannot be forgiven. This is a Square Enix game, and their game always look amazing. And this is a PlayStation 4 game. The parts where you play, the fighting sections, they look like an early PlayStation 3 game. What in the fuck? This game is so falsely advertised. Just holy shit. This game is fucking garbage. It tries to be something unique, but it fails at it. It could have been amazing if it was done right. If you add you can fix it. It's easily fixed. Add in the options of having voice in the sound, have the option of having subtitles, and have the option of having it all just silence for those who are deaf. Get a better director to tell a visual storytelling, and just have some more variety of gameplay, not just punch, cutscene, punch, cutscene, punch, cutscene. Have some variety of gameplay, and make sure the fucking graphics look good, and then you have a great game. But no, this game is fucking trash. 1 out of 10. Worst game of the year. Alright guys, now it's time for the top 10 best games of the year.
What will I become?
Shadow of the Tomb Raider. This is the third and final installment on the Tomb Raider reboot, and my god. The first one is so good. It's so fucking good. And the second one is okay. It's not as good, but it's okay. And this one, like, this one is not a bad game, but just compared to the others, it's really lacking. It does have some cool things about it, like it's set in the forest, which is kind of like classic Tomb Raider. And the game looks good and all, but it's just nothing spectacular about it that hasn't been done before in the other two. Lara is generally a really unlikable character. Like, she has kind of been a really... She has fallen victim to the whole strong female character thing today. When just the idea, like, when writers are like, okay, we have to write a strong female character, they usually just end up writing them as cunts. Because, for some reason, strong equals being a bitch. They just take a female and give her like the character type of an asshole man in a story. You know when there's a guy character and he's an asshole, like kind of a dick asshole. Yeah, that's the idea. That's their idea of a strong female. If a woman acts like the dick characters that no one likes in movies. She was really good in the first game. I liked Lara in the first game. She was vulnerable and all that. But in the second one, her cuntiness started a little bit show. But in this one, it really showed. She just kickstarts off the apocalypse, and it's like she doesn't give a shit. She's an absolute egomaniac. She's a narcissist. Lara Croft is a sociopath. She murders so many people and just doesn't blink about it. But all in all, it's not a bad game. I just didn't really like it that much. But it does make it on my top 10 games of the year that I have played. It gets the 10th spot, and it is a 5 out of 10. No wait, sorry. 9. Shit. Top 10 9 games of the year. Because I had to drop one because it didn't come out. It was Doom Eternal. It didn't come out. I think it was delayed or something, so yeah. Yep, shit. So, 9. Top 10 9 games. Top 9 games of the year. What the fuck is wrong with me?
The end is upon us! I shall lead you to the gate! For you are my children and I am your father!
Number 9 is Far Cry 5. I liked it. It was really good. My favorite Far Cry game is the third one. The fourth one was good, but it tried too hard to beat number 3. And Far Cry Primal was just an absolute waste of time. Like, what the fuck were they thinking? Just fuck that garbage. What really hyped me about this game was it's set in America and not in some like third world war country. It's for first time set in the United States, and I thought that was pretty awesome. Like in the Southern America. I thought it was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, I liked the game. It lived up to some of my expectation. Like, I liked the gameplay, I liked the guns, I liked the game. I have some gripes with it, a little bit. I found the villains to be a bit weak because there were so many. Like, the game could have focused on one villain. If the main villain, the Joseph guy, if he had been like the main focus, he could have been a good villain. But because the game has to develop all these villains at the same time, like, you have these 3 side villains and then you have him, the main villain. And the game just has to focus so much on it. And it just kind of ruins the whole experience with the villains. They're whole, you never interact with them. But in like fucking, when you have these fucking meters, when you cause chaos or you finish mission, it's like kind of a accomplishment meter always goes up, and there's like 3 to 4 levels. And every time you finish a level, you like go into you get hit with a dart or something, you go into kind of a hallucination thingy, and the villain like takes you like prisoner, tortures you and shit, but they never kill you for some reason. They always kill everyone, but they never kill you. It's so weird. Like, they have you, the fucking person who's riling everyone up, the one who's starting the whole rebellion. Why not kill you? But that's the only time you interact with the villains, and they are just like, oh, you know what? I believe in Joseph. I believe in his vision. I believe. And it became kind of annoying at the time when they were just, all they would talk about is how they were lost, but Father saved them, and they are now free. The Lord above. It just was really cliche and obnoxious. But I did like the game nonetheless. It was a fun game, and I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 and the number 9 spot on my list. No, fuck, the fucking number 8 spot. My list is now fucking all fucked up because I had to take Doom out. So now it's all just a fucking mess. Oh god. Yeah, Far Cry was supposed to be number 9, but because of Doom is out, then it's number 8.
Do you have a problem?
Yeah, I got a problem with you.
I love you, buddy.
Vincent, what are you doing here?
She's my daughter, too. See? Problem solved.
Come on, Leo!
A Way Out. A Way Out was a really good game. It's a co-op. It's a co-op split game. You have to play with a friend or someone online. I played it with my brother, and we had a blast with this game. It was amazing. Like the idea of basically taking this movie, basically where you play basically a movie with your friend. It is so cool, and it relies on your cooperation. It's amazing. It's brilliant. And I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was amazing. The direction of this game is so fucking good. There are scenes like never done before in fucking films. Like the hospital chase scene. Holy shit, was it smooth? How it followed you, the camera followed like my character, and then his character is just off screen. And then when my character enters the door, the camera does this kind of a pan into kind of a narrow space, goes through kind of like an air conductor, and then like comes out, and then my brother's character running. And I was like, wow, that is so good how it like switches places. The cinematic scenes in this game are freaking amazing. But I can't really give this game a really high score because, well, it's a really linear game and it doesn't have a lot of replayability to it. We only played it one time and then I deleted it, and I highly doubt I'll ever play it again. But that one experience that I had with it, it's amazing. I will always remember it. But like I said, I can't really give this game a huge score or put it really high on my list because it's basically just a movie. You're basically just playing a movie. It's good. That is good. But it doesn't really have a lot. But nonetheless, it's a really good game, and I'll give it a 7 out of 10 and the number 7 spot on my list.
Ready for this?
No Kuni 2. You remember possibly my review, or no, not my review, Mr. Gamer's review, but you remember the review. And I did not finish this game. I couldn't. I got so bored of it, and I gave it a 6. I was kind of harsh at the game because it's not a bad game, not at all. It is a good game for what it has. The fighting is fun till it kind of gets boring after a while, but it was really fun. I had a lot of fun playing this game for what I did play, and I've seen some videos on YouTube of other people playing it, and I should have continued. Like, I should have tried to push through these boring moments. I don't know if I will. Maybe I will one day, but the game definitely is a lot better than I gave it credit to, and I do have to apologize to the game for being so harsh. but my score has gone a little up, and I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, and it gets the number 6 spot on my list.
This city is about to find itself in a crisis the likes of which it's never known.
The criminally insane. You're drawn to them, aren't you?
I told you I'd see you again, didn't I? I need that favor you owe me.
We all wear masks.
Gotham's criminals have become zealots and thugs in cheap suits. Everyone's very impressed with you. I'm not impressed.
Telltale Batman Enemy Within, basically season 2 or the second game. I thought the first game was pretty good, the story was okay and all that, but I got really hyped for this one because it looked really good. Too bad we're not gonna get a continuation because the studio just fucking went bankrupt and now they're just gonna focus on doing fucking Minecraft story modes. Wow. Wow. But I thought this game was really good. I liked the story. I liked the whole choices kind of matter. Like usually they always say like, oh, your choices matter, and usually they don't. The choices do feel like they matter. Your relationship with Gordon or Amanda Waller, it generally feels like your choices matter. Who do you side with? If you side too much with Waller, Gordon will be hostile towards you. If you side too much with Gordon, she will be hostile towards you, and you kind of like want to like balance this out, but it's hard. And your relationship with the Joker, like the way he goes, this is one of the best fucking versions of the Joker I've ever seen, because he isn't a bad person at the beginning or at the beginning of this game, but it goes how you treat him. And the ending, like the ending, it was great. The last fucking episode, it's practically a complete different episode depending on the ending you get. Like there are two versions of the final episode, and it completely depends on your choices. That is good. I'm gonna give Telltale Batman 2 a 7.5 out of 10, and it gets the 5th spot on my list.
How do I know you're not a deviant?
They are not machines!
I could take you there.
Go! See that!
My name is Kara.
My name is Connor. My name is Marcus.
This is our story.
Detroit Become Human. I have always really liked David Cage's game. I love Heavy Rain, and I do like Beyond Two Souls, even though a lot of people say it's bad. It's not bad. The story is good and all, but it lacks what Heavy Rain had, the choices, because the way David Cage wrote the script, it looks like he didn't even it feels like he didn't actually intend this game to be like a choices game, but the studio was like, no, we have to make choices in this game because that's kind of our brand. That's kind of how we have basically made ourselves out to be. But the whole thing has no choices, but it's not a bad thing. But Detroit Become Human takes it back to the core. Choices and multiple characters all having their own story arcs happening at the same time, all connecting in the end. It was really good. My favorite story, without a doubt, was Connor's story. He was also just my favorite character. Brian Deckard did not win Actor of the Year for Gaming at the Gaming Award, but I do think he definitely deserved to win. He was amazing in this game. And his whole relationship, his partnership with Mr. Krabs, the voice actor of Mr. Krabs, plays a grumpy alcoholic detective. And that is one of the better things about David Cage. He is really good at writing buddy cop, he is really good at writing detective stories. There's always, in all of his games, there's always detective characters who have to work with one another. And this is without a doubt the best version of it. Connor and Hank's their whole buddy cop relationship, it's so well done. They're kind of friend enemies, but with time, depending on your choices, if they become friends or just hate each other. Then you have the other stories of the Marcus, who starts a kind of a robot rebellion against the human, and then you have Kara, who just wants to be a mother. I didn't really like their stories that much. Like, Kara was okay, I guess, but it really dragged on and became kind of boring after a while. And Marcus, like, I felt kind of like that was had a bit of a liberal propaganda to it. Like, the whole, like, Marcus, he's black, he's a black robot, and he's like, oh, freedom. He kind of feels like it was supposed to be kind of like Martin Luther King. Like, it was kind of like David Cates going, oh, see my whole symbolism of Martin Luther King ain't I deep and woke? Like, I kind of found that kind of pretentious, but whatever, it was okay. And the fucking president of the United States, it's a woman, but it's not just any woman. It's a woman that looks exactly the same as Hillary Clinton. I'm not joking, she looks exactly the same. Like, immediately I saw her, I was like, that's Hillary Clinton! That's fucking Hillary Clinton! Like, he's doing a fucking parody of Hillary Clinton. Wow! David Cage, you truly are a Frenchman, a liberal and a socialist. The graphics look amazing in this game. It looks like a movie. It's just phenomenal. And I love this game. And I played it 3 times over because it was just... It's kind of like Way Out, but Way Out doesn't have a lot of replayability, but this game has so much replayability. I highly recommend this game. It gets an 8 out of 10 and the number 4 spot on my list of Gamers of the Year.
I've ordered Silver Sable and her team to shoot you on sight. This city's had enough of your vigilantism. You're officially an enemy of the people.
Come on, Peter.
Marvel Spider-Man. Holy fucking shit, this game is good. My favorite Spider-Man game, when I was a little kid, I played the PlayStation version of Spider-Man 2. I loved that game as a kid. I used to play it all the fucking time. It was amazing. And I did own the PlayStation 2 version of Spider-Man 3. It wasn't as good. I liked it, I loved it as a kid, but as I grew up, I don't have as fond memories of that. But Spider-Man 2, oh boy, I love that game. But ever since that game, we've never had a really good Spider-Man game. They've always just been mediocre at best. But the wait is over. Not only do we get a Spider-Man game that is on the same level as Spider-Man 2, but better. The web-slinging mechanic has never been better. It is so smooth. It is so sweet to use. All you do is you hold down R2 and just spin. It's amazing. When he hits building, he doesn't stop. He just runs up them. If you press this button, he just runs up them. He doesn't stop moving. It feels so smooth. It feels so satisfying. The story is really good. I really like the story. It's a bit cringy and a bit goofy and has this really like Spider-Man feel to it, but hey, it's Spider-Man. I don't complain. The movies are really goofy, but holy shit, are they fun. The thing I liked about the game, it is silly, it is goofy, and I liked it. I liked it did that. It didn't try to be all serious and shit. And all the villains are like come back escaping from prison, you have to fight them. The boss fights were really fun. Not all of them were great, but they were still a lot of fun to do. One of the gripes I have with the game is that we play as Mary Jane or Marcus, what's his name? Miles Morales, yes. I don't read the comic, I'm not. Miles Morales. I didn't like those parts where you had to sneak around and do the stealth thing. I found them kind of tedious and annoying, and they could have been done better. All in all, it's a phenomenal game. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10, and it gets the number 3 spot on my list.
So I'm a man now. Like you?
No. We are not men. We are more than that. The responsibility is far greater.
Can you kill something that big?
God of War. Boy! Finally! A game based on Norse mythology! Being a Scandinavian fuckboy like myself, I can get into that. This game is based on Norse mythology, and I'm a Scandinavian, European Scandinavian, and that's where Norse mythology comes from, so I felt right at home at this game. This game is based on the whole mythology, or the gods are all based on my ancestors' religion. Yes, my ancestors were strong Vikings. You can't see that by looking at me, being a fucking soy boy. God of War games have always been based on Greek mythology, like Zeus, Hades and all that, but now it's a kind of a soft reboot. It's not a reboot, it's based on the other games, it's a sequel, and it continues the stories, but it's just completely changed. It's a new world, it's new religion and everything. It's based on Odin, Thor, and all of them. And it's set a few years into the future where Kratos is older, and he has a son now, called Atreus. And the game starts where they are burning the boy's mother's body. Kratos' wife dies, and it is one of the most emotional fucking moments I've ever seen in a game. And it's literally just the beginning.
Fuck the noise.
The relationship between Atreus and Kratos is so fucking amazing. Like, Kratos is a fucking jerk most of the time to him. Always just like, boy!
Boy. This way, boy. Slow down, boy. Boy. Look at me. Look at me, boy. Boy. Inside, boy. Boy. Beneath the floor. Boy. Here. Boy. You are in your head, boy. And we will go home, boy. No place for a boy.
Boy, read.
Come, boy. Now, boy. Come, boy. Boy. Wait for me, boy. Boy. Come, boy. Stay back, boy.
Boy, do this.
There are no good gods, boy. Not our concern, boy.
So how come Brock's blue and you're not?
Boy. What is it, boy? No! Boy! Hold on, boy! Fight! Run, boy! Your knife, boy. Jump, boy. Keep shooting, boy. Boy, mind your tongue, boy. Boy.
Be better, boy.
Boy. Come, boy. Wait, boy. Steady, boy. Boy, check their path. Make sure we're all alone. Boy! Leaving, boy. We are leaving, boy. Everybody taught you nothing, boy. Boy!
But at the same time, it's so emotional to see this basically just a fucking cold-hearted murderer trying to bond with this child. Like, Kratos is just a mass murderer. He has killed every single god in the Greek mythology, and he basically slaughtered everyone in Greek at the same time because he killed all the gods. But here he is, trying to bond with his son, but at the same time kind of emotionally abusing him by screaming at him, "Boy, boy, boy, boy!" The combat in this game is so good, holy shit! It feels so satisfying to just smash skulls with a giant axe. What was it called? The Valarian axe? Fuck it. The main villain of the game is, well, English speakers call him Boulder, but from a Scandinavian fucker like myself, his name is called Baldur. And I found it so funny. It was this villain, like the first boss is this ogre kind of type, and his name literally made me laugh because I could read it. Döiði Kaupmaður. But everyone else, like I saw Jacksepticeye play the game, and he couldn't fucking, he was like, Döiði Kaupmaður. It was hilarious. I was like, oh, I can read it. But everyone was like, Döiði Kaupmaður. It was hilarious. I totally felt like it was good to be able to read something no one else can read. But yeah, this game is fucking amazing. It looks so good. The sound is so good. And I definitely believe this game deserves to win the award. This game won the award for best game, and I do believe it deserved it. But personally, myself, there was one game that I liked a little bit more. I love this game, and it definitely deserved the Game of the Reward. But for me, personally, there was one game that was going to be the winner of the year. And I think you know what it is. Fortnite, baby! Oh yeah, Fortnite! I love Fortnite!
Fortnite! What the point of building what you going night-night? Fortnite! What the...
Joke, it's...
We got lawmen in 3 different states after us. They chased us from the west, they chased us over the mountains.
We'll need an extra gun.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized.
You're the only one of these fools that I trust.
Where's our money?
Do you have my back? Always, Dutch.
Red Dead Redemption. Fuck yes. This game took 8 fucking years to make. Holy shit. The first game came out in 2010 and I didn't play it back then. When I heard about this game coming out, I immediately went on Amazon and ordered a copy of the original and played it on my PlayStation 3, and it was really good. I fucking loved it. It was a little, dated because it's an old game and I'm used to newer games, but still it was really good. And even considering how old it was good. It looked good. Not great, but it looked good. Especially for a 2010 game. It looked amazing. But Red Dead 2 takes it to a whole different level. This game, the graphics, oh my god. I have never seen a game so fucking pretty. Good lord, was it beautiful. I have never seen a game be so alive. Everything feels so alive. Every single NPC has like a 24-hour pattern. Like in most games, just NPCs just stand around and don't do anything and just gonna go. But in this game, they have lives. They generally have a life. When you go to a town, see an NPC during the day, then you see the same NPC during the night. It's doing completely something different, maybe drinking or something. That is so fucking amazing. And the animals are just so great. They look amazing, and the way they move and everything, and the hunting and the mechanic and everything, it's beautiful. The story is taking place few years before the first game, and you play as Arthur Morgan. The game is set in the first game. You play as John Marston, who is kind of an ex-outlaw who was part of a gang, the Dutch Vanderland gang. And in this game, you are playing the golden age of that gang, or well, their downfall, like the beginning of their downfall. You play as Arthur Morgan, who was kind of like a half-brother to John. Like Dutch Vanderland and Hosea are the leaders, and their first members were John Marston and Arthur, and they basically were kind of like their sons in a kind of way. They just took in these two street boys and just raised them as their own boys and taught them how to steal and be thieves and shoot guns and all that. And the story is really good. It's just a kind of traditional fucking Rockstar game. You have missions, and the story isn't huge, but it feels huge. You know what I mean? Like Rockstar games, they usually have multiple of different plots that you all have to play through, and it never feels like a giant one story. It feels like multiple stories that you're playing through. And this game, they have never made a bigger game. The story of Grand Theft Auto 5, which was their last game, it came out in 2013. If I remember correctly, I think that game was around 30 hours. Yeah, I think that it was like 30 hours. This game is 60 hours long. They just doubled the time of story. It's amazing. The main character, Arthur, holy shit, because I thought that John Marston was amazing. Arthur is probably better. Like at first it his voice kind of bothered me at first, because he just sounded like a generic cowboy. This man, he just had the grouchy voice, like I found me some silver. Like he sounded like John Marston. I would say kind of a unique voice, like when he's calling to Miss McFarlane. Hey, Miss McFarlane! Miss McFarlane! Like he kind of has the unique voice, but I found Arthur's voice to kind of be typical cowboy voice. What we're doing, Dutch? We gotta make money. Come on! Yeah, hey, back away. Are you okay, boy? You're okay, girl. Yeah, you okay, girl? He just sounded like a typical cowboy. But, like I said, that was just like in the beginning. But once I got used to his voice, I just started loving his voice. I thought it was like, holy shit, that voice is awesome. And yeah, he won Best Actor of the Year, and he definitely deserved it. The whole like controls are kind of clunky. You expect that from a Rockstar game. They never change the controls. You press X to run, and the shooting always feel kind of clunky. When you play a Rockstar game, you always have to have lock-on aim, because otherwise shooting is just pain. You just aim the gun and it just aims for you and you shoot. If you don't have that, the aiming can be a fucking pain in the ass. Rockstar have created the most alive, biggest open world I've ever seen, and the story is amazing, the characters are fucking amazing, the graphics are amazing. This game is literally a masterpiece. It is one of the best games I've ever played. The soundtrack is so good. Like holy shit, the Western music in this game is just amazing. And there are two tracks in particular that really will fucking tug on your heartstring. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. This game was so amazing, and it gets my best game of the year award. It gets a 10 out of 10 and it's the #1 game of the year for me. Thank you all for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. And more Hey I'm Mr. episode will return in January. Have a great time, guys. Bye.
The many miles we walk, the many things we learn, the building of a shrine, only just to burn. That's the way it is. That's the way